Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. So, Anthony Edwards, he agrees to a 5-year extension. The former number one overall pick averaged 32 points in the 2023 playoffs for Minnesota. So, and his contract extension could reach $260 million, which is the maximum deal. In a statement, Edwards says, "I'm humbled, appreciative, and excited to remain in Minnesota as part of this incredible Timberwolves organization. It's amazing to see where hard work can take you." Now, he had one of the most explosive finishes in the NBA. He's a first-time All-Star in 2022 to 23, averaged 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists last season. He was particularly solid in the playoffs for Minnesota in its first-round series against the champion Denver Nuggets. In that series, he averaged 32 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, as the Wolves lost the series in 5. His scoring, rebound, assist, steal, and shooting numbers have increased each season, and last season, only 9 players averaged as many points, rebounds, and assists per game as him. He was the youngest at 21. Add the steals per game to that list, Edwards became the youngest player to have those averages in each of those categories. With Edwards agreeing to this deal, he joins all-star big man Cat and Rudy Gobert as key pieces on the Wolves, who signed for the foreseeable future. And bringing back Edwards, Minnesota also secures another part of its young talent base. Big man Naz Reid signed a 3-year deal worth up to $42 million. He was undrafted in 2019. He signed with the T-Wolves on a 2-way contract that offseason. Since then, Reid has emerged as a key backup behind Towns and Gobert. Defensive-minded forward McDaniels, who the Wolves drafted number 28 in 2020. The same class as Edwards, could also sign an extension with the team. So this was very big news. Anthony Edwards, since coming into the league, like I said, he's been a phenomenon. He's a guy, he just don't talk a lot. He's not real talkative. He just lets his play, show who he is. And with this, it's like, what are the T-Wolves gonna do? You're gonna keep Cat? You're gonna keep Gobert? If so, is that enough? To me, I still think they got rid of they got away. They let too many pieces go away when they brought in Gobert. So we don't even know what's gonna happen with that. Do I believe that he should stay there? I don't think so. I felt like Edwards should have tried somewhere else, but hey, get your money. People, you can't feed your kids championships, but if you could get money along the way, make your money, and plus, if they could just get everybody on board and play hard, I believe they could do something. Now, also in news, it seems like the Sixers may not give a max contract extension this offseason. So the Sixers are not planning, and this is to ESPN's Ramona Shelburne, they're not planning on extending Maxey this summer, as they want to delay a possible extension in order to preserve flexibility. So he's set to become a restricted free agent next offseason. So Maxey will continue to be a big part of the Sixers core, and they could preserve a lot of cap space moving forward by delaying extension talks. regarding Maxey comes right before the start of the free agency or during the free agency. Harden, they're saying, might be traded, which that didn't happen, but they're gonna keep him there. Now they lost in the Eastern Conference semifinals for the 5th time in the last 6 seasons. Doc Rivers was replaced by Nick Nurse, which I don't like that pick, but we'll see what's up. Embiid, wants to play with Maxey, but I knew they wouldn't extend him this off season. They would wait till he's restricted because he had a bad playoffs. Let's just be honest. Maxey didn't really have a strong playoffs. He had a solid regular season, but playoffs, big games, he didn't really show up. So I think they're kind of hesitant in giving him that big time contract. They may want to wait, see what he does this year. Me, would I pay him? I would pay Maxey. I like Maxey. I think Maxey will be fine. But hey, what do I know? But they're also not making him available. He's an untouchable player. They made him untouchable. So if you try to trade for him, they're gonna hang up on you. So they want to keep Maxey. They just want to save it because they might try to go this because they got James choked him back on his deal, like a player option. This is his final year coming up. So they're probably going to go for it all this year, and then if it don't work out, he's out of there. I mean, Maxey will be back, but I think Harden will be out of there, and I don't know if Embiid will stay around. So we'll see. But would I extend him? Yes, I would extend him. Maxey does a lot of great things. If he's not scoring, or shooting well, he can play defense, he can get rebounds, and he can facilitate. So to me, he's good in other areas. Now, I didn't talk about this, but the Jeff Van Gundy, the jalenrose being let go, Susie Colbert, Steve Young, Max Kellerman, all of these people were let go. And I've talked about this. Sino's talked about this. Sam D, all of these. Shout out to D Sam D, by the way. And Carcino, they've talked about this. I've talked about this. Others have talked about this. And it's that they're letting people go. They're not paying all that money because nobody watches ESPN no more. And they didn't need to, but it's funny to me how McAfee is getting $85 million over 5 years. Oh, my bad. It's the skin tone, the right complexion, the protection for the complexion. Got you. And now they done got rid of affirmative action damn near everywhere. So it's like, oh, well, we could have a whole company of white people, which they always like. And dumbass black folks still finna be trying to get approval. I don't need approval from none of these white folks or any of these other races of people. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do it off my hard work and back. And jalenrose and the rest of them, jalenrose need to do the same thing. I think this is a blessing in disguise for jalenrose. You don't need them. You're a former NBA player. You have personality. You have swag. You carry yourself with what we call knowledge. So he doesn't need to be a puppet. He could go do what he got to do. Now Jeff Van Gundy, I like the Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy, he didn't play that. He gonna tell you how it is. He gonna preach the game to you. And that's the thing I love about him. He preaches that game to you. He teaches you about the game. He doesn't go for the dog and pony show. I respect that about him. But these layoffs, you're gonna have some more. But Disney has lost money. I talked about this, I think, on the other page or this page. I forgot when I talked about it. But I talked about Disney losing all this money. So with them losing this money, they finna start getting rid of people. And ESPN is trash. I told you guys. Don't nobody watch or listen to ESPN. And if you do, you're an idiot. So thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If y'all love what y'all hear, y'all could donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to my Cash App, donate whatever your heart's desire. Shout out to Vernon, man, for donating to the Cash App. I really appreciate it. You've been holding the page down. I also have a Zelle. If you want to donate to my Zelle, there's a number in the description box. Hit that number on the Zelle and you'll be able to find me. You can super chat when we go live or premiere, or you can leave a super thanks, and that's after the video's over. You could go to the comment section and leave a super thanks. Thank you guys for listening. Much love. I'm out. Deezy.